What's going on, everybody? In today's video, we're going to be talking about the main differences between postcards and yellow letters when you're sending out your direct mail, because I get these questions all the time, which one's better? What's the differences between yellow letters and postcards? So in this video, we're going to talk about which one I prefer, as well as the three main differences between yellow letters and postcards. Okay, so the first big difference between yellow letters and postcards is going to be the cost. So yellow letters are typically going to be twice as expensive as postcards. It can vary, but generally speaking, it's gonna be about twice as expensive. Usually, if you wanna send out a yellow letter, it's gonna cost anywhere from $1 to $1.50 per letter. Whereas a postcard is usually around 50 cents. Sometimes you can get them a little bit lower, and sometimes they might even be more expensive. So you're basically paying $1 versus 50 cents. And of course, the reason for that is, a yellow letter needs to be hand addressed. Well, actually, they have like robots now that can basically mimic the hand addressed envelope. But it's gonna be hand addressed, there's gonna be a letter inside. It's just going to be a little bit more involved than just like a card with like a printed message on it, like a postcard. So that's going to be the first big difference. Now the second big difference is going to be the response rate. So almost always, I would actually say about 99.999% of the time, a yellow letter is going to get a higher response rate than a postcard. And generally speaking, it's going to be a significantly higher response rate. I know people that get 5, 6, even up to 10% response rates with their yellow letters. Whereas a postcard, you might only get around 1%, sometimes 2%, occasionally a 3% response rate with your postcard. So you might ask now, why would you even send a postcard out if you're going to get significantly lower response rates? Well, the answer is this. What I found personally is that with yellow letters, you're going to get a lot of calls, but you're also going to get a lot of calls from people that are like, you sent me this weird letter, like what is this all about? Is my house even for sale? Who are you? You'll get a lot of noise, but it might not always be like the highest quality call. So I found with postcards, you're going to get a lot less phone calls. I can almost guarantee you of that. However, the calls that you do get are generally speaking going to be a lot more qualified, because usually with a postcard, you're going to have all the information on there. It's not going to be as mysterious as like a stranger writing you a hand addressed card or letter about saying they want to buy your house. And that leads me to the third big difference between a postcard and a yellow letter. So with a yellow letter, usually you're writing almost like this, I don't want to say mysterious, but you're writing just like a letter that basically says, "Dear complete stranger," usually you have the person's name, but you say, "Dear complete stranger, I want to purchase your house at 1234, North 4th Street, whatever it might be. Please give me a call." And there's a little bit of mystery with that. And if a seller's motivated, they probably will call you. So it's not like, you will get a lot of calls from that. But a postcard is going to be more of like a business type of letter, more of a business type of marketing. So typically with a postcard, you're going to have your website on there. You can say, look, you can fill out a form on our website if you want. You can call us directly. You can email us. We're looking to buy houses as is. We close quickly, no realtor commissions. So there's going to be, generally speaking, a little bit more information, and the seller is going to be kind of more aware that you're a company looking to buy properties with a postcard. And so there you have it, the three big differences between yellow letters and postcards. And that leads me to which one do I prefer? Do I prefer yellow letters? Do I prefer postcards? I'll say this, I think they're both great. I think if you're getting started in real estate investing, you should try both and see what you prefer, because I know some investors, they only do yellow letters, and I know some that only do postcards. Me personally, my preference is postcards, and there's a couple reasons for that. Number one, with a postcard, like I mentioned, I found that you get typically a higher quality response than a yellow letter. So I prefer to get fewer phone calls, but higher quality leads than just getting like a ton of people just calling you, kind of like wondering, who you are and that type of thing. So that'd be the first reason. The second reason is that you get a 100% open rate with a postcard, because someone's just looking at it. They don't have to open anything. They don't have to go through, not like that's terribly difficult or anything, but generally speaking, you're going to get a 100% open rate. So if someone calls you, they know that you're an investor, they know that you want to buy it as is, close quickly, etc. And the last reason is just the cost, like I mentioned. So I would prefer to get 5,000 postcards out there, which I routinely do, is actually send out 5,000 postcards and get more of the higher quality leads and not have to spend $5,000 on my marketing. I'd rather spend $25,000 or even $3,000 a month as opposed to $5,000 or $6,000 that I would spend with yellow letters. And I don't want to scare you off with those types of numbers. So you most certainly do not have to start with those types of numbers in terms of your marketing budget. When I first got started, I was sending out like 25 or 30 a week. Probably had a marketing budget of about 100 or 200 bucks. But eventually you do want to scale up to the point where you can reach more of a mass audience audience for your marketing. So there you have it, the 3 big differences between yellow letters and postcards, and also which one I prefer. And just to recap this video, the first one is going to be the cost. Yellow letters obviously are going to be about twice as expensive as postcards. The second big difference is going to be the response rate. You're going to get a higher response rate with yellow letters, although usually you're going to get a higher quality response rate with postcards. And then the third difference would be the message that's going to be on the letter. So a postcard is going to be generally more of like a business related message, whereas a yellow letter is kind of just a more personal, almost kind of like mysterious message. And look, both of them work great. I prefer postcards. I would say try both and see which one you like better. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give me a like, please subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. All right, bye.